Hello, my name is Johanna and I'm a therapist that knits. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about, how to get things started. Some people might have problems of, being in a jam or some sort of a situation where they are having difficulties of getting things started. A new hobby or a task that is important but not that motivating. So we'll be discussing today how to get over that obstacle. And if it's something you're interested in, please stay tuned. But so my name is Johanna and I come to you from Finland. And I've tried to make these videos quite a few times, but every time I notice that there's something a bit off, like my background or whatever. So I'm hoping that this time is finally it, that I will find this version good enough. So getting started with my new channel is something that I struggled. So I wanted to make this a first topic of my videos. But in my videos I want to talk about topics that are related to mental health and possibly how to improve your mental health. And then I also like knitting and other crafts, so I'll be talking about this knit at the end of this episode. But more about me. So you might be wondering about that therapist part of my name, a therapist that knits. So I'm a solution-focused brief therapist as well as sexual counselor. And I have my own small business where I provide online therapy and sexual counseling for people that mostly live in Finland or in Europe because of the time difference and all that. But if you're interested in that, you are welcome to check my contact details down below. But I worked in social services and social rehabilitation and mental rehabilitation types of work for the past about 12 years. And I'm a Bachelor of Social Services. I forgot to mention that. But so now I want to use my knowledge in psychology and mental health in making these episodes. But I want to make it like quite relaxed atmosphere. So I will not be having PowerPoint lectures for you, but just like when I start filming, I want to think of the things that come to my mind, and then I hope that you might be willing to share your thoughts in the comments. So if you think of other ways, other options for people watching, please share them. I'm very interested in learning what you think. And if you have like an example of what difficulties you had and what helped you to overcome those difficulties of starting a new habit or returning to a good old habit. So I'm interested in hearing people's stories, so you're welcome to share them. And just a bit more about myself. I've been knitting for many years now, maybe closer to 10 years, and mostly I've been knitting socks and scarves and beanies, but just a couple of adult-sized garments. So this is my second sweater that I knit for myself. And so let's go to today's topic. So what helps you to get started? There's many reasons why people have difficulties of doing something and starting something, and there might be some feelings of overwhelmed because of work or something, or they might be very tired because they have problems sleeping, and well, or they might have problems with organizing their day and doing tasks according to some schedule or something. So it doesn't really matter what is the reason. So let's just think of ways that might help anyone trying to do things. It might be a daily task or something like learning a new hobby or other things. So let's check my notes. I've written them down at some point. And yeah, so what you could start with, if you have pen and paper or just your notes on your computer or mobile phone, wherever, you can write down whatever it is in your mind that you should do. For example, it can, just like things like doing the dishes, writing an essay, reading a book, watching a TV series, whatever. So what's on your mind, you just can start writing it. You don't really have to be evaluating, is this important enough for this list? But everything that's being stuck in your head, that this is something you should be doing. So just write them down. And just however long it takes that you feel that, okay, there's nothing else that pops into your head that you should be doing. And after doing that, you can check that list and then think like, okay, is there something that really you find that, like, after looking at that list, you might try to look out for two things. One that is very easy task to do, and another that is very important for you, or that you feel that after doing that it could help so many other things in your list. So picking one of the things that you listed that is easy to do, and another one that is important. So then I suggest that you would start with that easy one, and then after you've been able to start that one and maybe gain some confidence that I'm a person that can start doing things, then maybe you could progress into or try to do the second one, the important one. And sometimes when you succeed in doing something easy, you might get into the groove of doing things. So yeah, it's possible that you might be able to start that important one. But anyway, making those lists can be helpful so that you can like see the things that are mumbled and jumbled in your head. You might think that there's like 50 things, but when you're writing them down, there might be 5 or 10 things, but still it's not as many. And then you can like put them in order, or just looking at them might help you. And what else? Then when you start doing something, even just doing the dishes or whatever, but I think it could be helpful to choose a thing that we could use as an example. And I think like some of my clients at some point, they had the aim of being able to go for a walk every now and again, like going for a walk outside. And so if that would be your aim that you want to start doing, like going for a walk, then I suggest that you could try to do it for 5 minutes. So setting a time limit, and that time limit can be quite short at first. So you could set for yourself an alarm in your watch or phone or something that you carry around, and then after that 5 minutes it would go off, the alarm would go off, and then you can stop doing it, whatever you were doing. So for a walk, you just would put your alarm on when you start walking and you go outside, and it doesn't really matter how fast you would walk, just that you would do the action of walking. And after 5 minutes, you could continue if you found that, yeah, actually it's fun. And you got into the feeling of doing it. If it just got over the anxiety of starting it or whatever the problem was. But if you just feel that, okay, the weather is not so nice and you're not into it, then you can stop doing it. It's okay. But it's just that you've tried it for 5 minutes. That's already an achievement. It's more than before you did it. So yeah, 5 minutes. And what else you could do is that you would put that thing, that aim or idea to your calendar. So if the situation is that you can't leave straight away for your walk, it comes to your head, but you can't do it immediately, then you could remind yourself in the future by putting that idea to your calendar. So, for example, tomorrow at 6 p.m. I would go for a 5-minute walk. And then you would have some alarm or notification on your phone. But some people have, some people don't really notice or react to those notifications. There might be a lot of them in your phone with all the news or whatever social media feed you might get, and there's these alarms going off that look at this, look at that. Then you might be like, I will not be reacting to that. So, or it might not be something you want to do when the notification comes up. So what you could do is actually write notes for yourself on pen and paper, with pen and paper, and like have these small notes around your flat or around your apartment. Put them on your dinner table or bedroom or wherever you just randomly would see them, and then like think like, oh, should I do it now? But one place I thought that would be quite nice for this example where you want to go for a walk. What if you put your note, post-it note or whatever note, what if you put it on your shoes that you wear outside? In Finland we take off our shoes when we come inside, so you would put that notes, that paper on your or in your shoe, saying that please have a walk. So when you go outside, maybe to go shopping or something, and then you would notice that little note saying that you wanted to have a walk. Maybe before going to this shop, wherever you're going, what if you then walk for 5 minutes? Yep, just an idea. And then what else you could do is ask a friend for help. So you might ask them to come over, and when they come, you can leave straight away for this little walk you could do. But yeah, sometimes friends cannot come over straight away. So what you could do then is call them while you're walking and then share your experience. What do you see around you, or just chat about whatever. But you know, it's something you can enjoy, talking to your friend, or yeah, and maybe start enjoying a bit more that walking bit also. But yeah, if your friend can't call you, and if you don't really like talking on a phone, maybe then you can like text them or send some chat message or whatever. If you use Discord or something, you can share your experience there, or like tell them that your online friends that you're going for a walk now, and then when you return they can ask like, how was it? And maybe you can share photos or something like, yay, I saw this. So it can be done, and sometimes it's supporting your efforts of having someone like you can talk about this experience to. And then what else came to my mind is, what if you would try to do this, whatever you're starting, like what if you try to do it in a bit untraditional way, of doing it a bit in a funny way, or like not so seriously, at least. Because at least for me, like making this video, I've been thinking like all the different things I want to make, how I want to make this video a perfect experience, you know? So, but for the walking example, some people might think that they should be walking on a certain pace straight away and being very good at it straight away and all that. So what if you add some humor and giggles to this experience? You might enjoy it more. So if you know about this Monty Python's Ministry of Silly Walks sketch, those actors wanted to, well, in the sketch, they walk in a very silly way. So what if you would start your walk with doing a very silly walk and different walking movements, very exaggerated way and very funny way. And sometimes when I've thought of this, I've actually tried it. And in the forest where I've been walking, you might have been here, you could have heard some giggles. Something like this. But yeah, just adding a bit of humor to this. So not everything needs to be serious. Obviously, it depends on the things you're doing and starting. But still, if it's possible, please add some sort of a funny element to it. It can be quite fun. Yeah. And then I still wanted to add that you might want to try doing this thing in a mindful way. So using your senses and emotions and feelings of while doing it. So if you think of going for a walk, you could experience the nature around you while walking. Like, okay, what can I hear? What can I see? What can I smell while walking? And you can also feel your body while you take your steps. Like when I'm moving my right foot, what happens and how does it feel underneath my feet, and like the ground and all these things. So just, experiencing all the sensations and things around you. And the idea is in doing going for a walk using mindfulness methods. You can have like thoughts and emotions, but you don't concentrate on them. You just notice that, oh yeah, I have to do the dishes after this walk. Oh yeah, I've been anxious a bit lately. But then you just notice them and accept that they are there, but just notice, after that you will notice there's a cloud that is a bit funny looking, maybe a rabbit, or, So it's just that when you start your alarm, like you said, you put your 5 minutes walk notice alarm on your phone or watch, and then start walking and experiencing this world around you and noticing all those things, and like how does it feel to be outside and breathe that outside air and all that. And after experiencing that, you can be, sometimes a person can be a bit shocked when 5 minutes is up, because you were so concentrated on in this moment and what happens just now. So I think that's a good learning thing. That is a good thing to learn, to be in this moment a bit more. Because if you think of, at least for me, it's quite nostalgic, the memories I have from my childhood, like the summer vacations that lasted forever, because a child can concentrate on this moment very clearly or very well. So I've tried to learn, and I do have dogs, so they live in the now, in this moment, and this moment, and this moment. So, so I've tried to learn that. That is a skill, and you can get better at it, and you can try like to concentrate on your emotion, or about your sensations and environment, and doing things mindfully. You can try it for 2 minutes and then add up like to 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And it doesn't matter if sometimes you notice that you started thinking about all the chores you have to do at home, or whatever you started concentrating on that wasn't according to this task or exercise. But it's just that then if you notice that, you might return to experiencing these things around you. Yeah. So, I think that's it for me. Those were the ideas. So I mentioned that you can make a list and choose one important and one easy task that you can start with. And then trying to do it for 5 minutes, and maybe putting a reminder in your calendar, or maybe writing down post-it notes and scattering those post-it notes around your living area. And then asking a friend for help, and doing things a bit in a silly way so that you are not so stressed about stuff. And then, doing things in a mindful way. Being aware of this moment and what happens in this moment. And yeah, I think there's so many more options of what could help to start something. So please share them. I would like to hear them. And yeah, this was the part where I talked about mental health topic. And now I will be talking about knitting. So if you want to hear about that, please stay. But if not, I was very happy to have you. So please comment and like and subscribe if you will. That would be very nice. So I would know that someone wants to watch these in the future. But yeah. And now, knitting. The thing that I've been knitting during our talk, so yeah, it's from Cough Down. So this is a sock that I'm doing. And I do have my other part, like this is one, and then I have this other one I'm making also. Like I'm trying to make a pair of socks at the same times, but doing them in separate needles. But yeah, actually I've used this same yarn earlier to make another pair of socks, and I'll show it to you now. So this is how it will look like when finished. So yeah, I haven't plucked them or washed them yet, but yeah, this is like I'm using this yarn called the manufacturer is called Opal, German brand, and I've been using this dark purple yarn as well as this purple and blue color changing yarn, and it's also from Opal. And yeah, as you can see, I really like purple, and these are quite nice colors. So when I finished with these, with this pair of socks, I decided that I will be making another one. And this is a fingering weight yarn, and I'm using 2mm double pointed needles. So this will get me a very tight fabric. So when I'm using my socks, I hope that they will be more durable. And I'm very tight knitter also, so these are going to be very, very durable. So yeah, this is my work in process today. And what else? Yeah, I'm wearing one of my beanies today. I made this from this purple merino yarn. And as you can see, I've been wearing this a lot, and I haven't really I haven't taken these whatever this fluff, how do you call this fluff that gathers around here on top of this wool. But yeah, I'll be doing it soon, I promise. I will be deep hilling it soon. I hope I used a correct term there. This pattern is a Finnish pattern called Käänteinen, a very old pattern, but it's free online, and very basic beanie. And I've made a lot of these from different yarn bases and all that. So this sweater that I'm wearing, it's a pattern by Veera Välimäki. The pattern is called Piece of Silver. And yeah, well, I could call this piece of green because I made it from green yarn. But the original pattern was called Piece of Silver. And yeah, I've been using this green yarn. This yarn is from indie dyer here in Finland called Nurja. And the colorway is called Smaragdi, which is emerald in English. So green gemstone. And yeah, it's a top down. Sorry, this is a bit difficult today. And this is a top down raglan sweater, and which has this turtleneck. And in the pattern, it was made from merino single yarn, and it was a bit cropped, and the sleeves were short. But I made this from this yarn is actually, forgot to tell you, this yarn is superwash merino with nylon in it, so merino sock yarn, a fingering weight. And I did make a swatch and calculate the stitches before and after washing, but the stitches did grow after washing, but I wasn't really paying attention when I was knitting it because I was so eager to get it finished. So when I was making these sleeves, for example, I wanted to make them that they would come up to here, around here, so they could be long. But after washing, this sweater grew, and it's more of like this. So when I'm using this sweater, these sleeves are a bit too long, and it did grow a lot from everywhere. So I knitted the largest size, but yeah, it grew so much that it's maybe even too big for me. I'll add a video about me wearing this sweater from longer distance. You could get the picture of how big it is for me, but at least I think it's a bit big for me. And when I'm wearing this inside, this turtleneck makes this yarn and this sweater very hot. So I'm not really eager to wear this inside, and being outside, this is not really a winter sweater. So I think I could frog this and maybe hold this yarn double and make another sweater that could have a crew neck or a V-neck. And I've been thinking of that because I want to use this yarn and I want to have a sweater that I actually use. Now this is a bit too big and yeah, and a bit too hot to wear inside. So yeah, I'm thinking of it, but I still like this color, I like this yarn, I like this pattern, but I just, because I'm still new at knitting garments, this happened. And because I was using superwash yarn, so I wasn't really preparing I wasn't prepared that it grew so much. But that's something that you learn, but it's a good thing that I started making this and I finished it, and now I'm actually telling you about it. And what else? Yeah. I think that next time when I'm making my video, I think I'll still be knitting these socks because it takes quite a long time to knit fingering weight socks for me, and when I'm making two at a time. And in next episode, I think the mental health topic would be how to set goals that can actually how to set goals so that you can actually achieve them. Hopefully that is something you are interested in. And yeah, let me know what you thought about this episode and what you are knitting at this moment. And knitting related things, I think I will be making a video at some point where I introduce all my work in process whips. And maybe I can introduce my yarn stash at some point also. But please share your ideas, what are the topics you would like me to cover. And yeah, I would like to see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye.